Welcome back, kindergarten. This is session 2 of our lesson 26, Understanding Teen Numbers. We're going to start with a warm-up, and these have some numbers in the teens, and we're going to see if you remember what numbers they are. As you'll see, all these teen numbers start with a 1. All teen numbers start with 1, but the second number will always be different. So when you have two ones together, this is number 11. Next is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. All right. So when you look at your first page, we're on page 517. You're going to see Yoop over here and ask you what are teen numbers. So we're going to do an activity first. So I need you to go ahead and get your blue crayon out. And if you need to pause the video while you get your blue crayon, that's fine. But we're going to color the first 10 cubes blue. So go ahead and color the first 10 blue. Go ahead and count as you color. And it doesn't have to be colored perfectly, just like we do in school. Just make sure there is color there so you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and fill in mine. And we'll go back and count our 10 blue cubes when you're done coloring. Again, feel free to pause the video if you need more time to color your cubes. And then we'll go ahead and talk about teen numbers. Okay, so you should have colored in the first 10 cubes blue. So let's go back and count to make sure we have 10. Use your finger to point to each one as you count. And I'll use my pointer as well. I'm going to find my pointer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're going to put a big circle around the 10 blue cubes. You can use a pencil or a different color crayon, but you're going to make sure that you circle all 10 in that group. Because teen numbers are made of a group of 10 and some extras. And we're going to use these extras to see how many we have all together. So now that you have your big circle of 10, we're going to count how many extra cubes we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you use your pencil or crayon just off to the side, I want us to practice writing a teen number to see if we can figure out how many cubes we have. Now, all teen numbers start with what number? That's right, they start with a 1, and that 1 comes from the group of 10. But then the next number in a teen number is how many extra. So we said there were 4 extra. So then you're going to write a 4. I want you to look down at your choices here. They have all the teen numbers starting at 11 and going all the way to 19. And I want you to circle which number matches the number we just wrote. Let's see if you and I have the same answer. Did you circle that number? What number did we just make? That's right, that's a 14. Excellent. So there are 14 cubes. Okay. When you turn your page over, you're going to see a page that looks just like this. This is our Connect It page. And it is a matching page, just like we worked with in the past. They have groups of blue and yellow cubes, and we have to decide how many there are. When you look at these 3 pictures, there's something that is the same in all 3. And it should look just like the page we just did. There are 10 blue cubes. And then there are some extras, and they colored the extras yellow. So all of your numbers down here begin with 1. Remember that 1 comes from the group of 10. The second number in a teen number comes from these extras that they colored yellow. So let's count all together how many are in this first group, starting with the first blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we have 3 number choices here, and we said there are 16. What number do you hear when I say 16? You should hear a 6. One of these numbers has a 6 in it. Is it the first number, the middle number, or the last number? Okay, you should have said it was this last number, so we're going to draw a line to match the first box of 16 cubes to the number 16, which is made from a 1 and a 6. Let's take a look at the second box. We know there are 10 blue cubes, but how many yellow cubes are there? We can either start at the beginning and count all the cubes like we just did, or count the extra yellows to see which number is the extra. So I'm going to show you how to count the extras this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know there are 8 extra yellows. Now I also know that the 10 blues will give us a 1 to create a teen number. Which number looks just like this number here? And can you guess what this teen number is called? This is an 18. 18 has the number 8 in its name. We're going to draw a line to it. Now before you go drawing the line from the 15 to the last box, let's count to make sure we've done the other 2 right. This time I'm going to start back at the first blue and count all of my cubes to make sure there are 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15, so we can draw a line to show that this is 15 cubes. The next activity is on page 519, and you'll see Plory. Now she has some empty cubes as well. We're going to color a group of 10, just like we did on the first page, and see how many are extra. Go ahead and get your blue crayon back, and you're going to color the first 10 cubes blue. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to take extra time to make sure your first 10 are colored blue. Okay, now that you have your first 10 cubes blue, let's go ahead and circle them so we know and remember that this is a group of 10 and there are extras. Now to look like the other page, go ahead and get your yellow crayon, and we're going to color those last few cubes, those extra cubes, yellow, so it looks like our other pages. Again, pause the video to catch up. Okay, so we have a group of 10 blue cubes and some extra yellow cubes. Let's count how many extra yellow cubes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's write a teen number. What number comes first when we write all of our teen numbers, which means we have a group of 10? Should have, let me use a darker color. We should have a 1. They will always start with 1. How many yellow extra cubes did we have? We had 5. What teen number did we just make? Now this one's tricky because it doesn't say 5-teen like the other numbers, 14, 16, 17. This is the one we call 15. I want you to find this number in your choices below and circle it. Okay, so I'm not going to circle on mine because I want to make sure that you can find the same number. But when you are ready, I want you to flip to the next page, the last page for today's lesson, 520. This is your last page for today. Oops. I'm going to go back to it because I didn't see it all. So parents, your child should be able to count the cubes, either starting at the beginning and count all the cubes that they see to match the teen number, or see that there is a group of 10 and some extra. Kids, at this point, I want you to try this on your own. Count the cubes and draw a line to match if it is 14, 17, or 13 cubes. Try to do this one on your own, and I'll see when we get back how well you did. All right, good luck, guys, and I'll see you in the morning for the next lesson.